Hey y'all, hey! Welcome back to my channel. My name is K Shine, and thank you so much for clicking on this video today. You already know your girl is back with another story time based on the title. You know exactly what I'm about to talk about. So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram and TikTok at K Shine with 3 E's. Y'all already know the drill. Without further ado, let's hop right into the video. Let's go. All right, y'all. So, boom! Y'all know exactly how I like to start my story times off. We gonna hop right into it, right? So, I was at this party one time with my homegirl, right? And the party was lit. We had a good time. We was all drinking, and we had to go to the bathroom. So because we're at like a house party, it's really only like one or two bathrooms for real, but I think it was really only one. So it was like a line in the hallway to get in the bathroom, y'all. Everybody had to use the bathroom. And it's kind of like just like when you're at a club or another party or whatever, you know how like it's a line to get in the bathroom, and like you just having those drunk conversation with your homegirls or the other girls that's in line. It was given that. So we all in line, but we all drunk. So everybody that's in the line, like the girls, they just talking amongst each other, like saying, "Oh, you look cute, you look good as fuck. Oh, you a bad bitch. This." Y'all know how it give it, especially when you in a club and you drinking. So we doing one of those, right? So I'm with my homegirl. So we see another group, like they hyping us up. So we hyping them up. Mind you, since we're in a house, we could still hear the music, of course. So we still like dancing in the line on each other and like just turning up, right? So this one girl, what we gonna call her? Let's see, what TV show are we thinking about today? Let's go with Fairly Odd Parents. We're gonna call her Wanda, right? So me and my homegirl, we in line. So somebody came out the bathroom. So the people in front of us, of course, went in. So we were next in line. So the girl Wanda was behind us, and she was like, you know, shaking, not like shaking, but you know, you got a piece, so you like, you know, bouncing. So she like, oh my gosh, y'all, like for real, I would give y'all $20 if y'all let me go in front of y'all. So I'm thinking like, at first I'm thinking like, girl, you gotta go that bad. You should have just went outside and pee. Like it's a house party. I mean, I know you don't really want to pee outside. Well, you know, I don't care. But I'm thinking like if you gotta pee that bad, you should have just went outside on the side of the house and peed or something. Because my friend had to go to the bathroom, and I kind of just wanted to like touch up in the mirror, so I wanted to go in. But I'm thinking like, girl, not you talking about you would give us $20. She like, please y'all, I gotta use the bathroom so bad. Like I would give y'all $20. Like if y'all let me go in front of y'all. And I'm thinking like, girl, we is at a fucking house party. Like you about to give us a couple dollars just to go in front of us. So and you know, we like, girl, no, go ahead. Like, you can go in front of us. Like, go ahead. So she walked in front of us. She like, oh my God, thank you so much. Like, I have to go to the bathroom. And that's when I started telling her, like, girl, I would have just went outside if you got to use it that bad. And she like, I know I would have, but like, it's that time of the month for me. So, you know, I kind of want to, and I was like, oh, like, I feel you. You want to make sure, you know, you got everything secure down there. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, that makes sense. So she like, yeah, and I got to pee on top of that, and I need to change my, and all of that. So I'm like, oh, okay. And you know, when you drunk, you extra, and well, at least I am. So I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. Right. Okay. You know, the people end up coming out the bathroom. So Wanda ended up going in. You know, she used the bathroom. She come out, we go in, whatever. So while we in there, you know, we making videos, we touching up, we using the bathroom and stuff. We come out, and Wanda was still at the party. So Wanda is like, oh my God, y'all, like, I just want to thank y'all again for letting me like cut in front of y'all. Like that was so nice. I really had to go. And you know, we like, girl, oh, it's literally no problem. Like it's literally nothing. Like we don't, you didn't gotta worry about it, right? So we started dancing at the party with her because like she was cool, and she kept like staying around us a little bit. So we started dancing with her, and then her friends had ended up coming over. So she had introduced us like, oh, I didn't get y'all names, and you know, we said our names. So she introduced us to her friends and stuff. So we all had a good time with them that night, like her friends, her everything. So when the party was shutting down, Wanda came up to me like, we should exchange numbers or social medias, like we gotta hang out again. And I'm like, okay, like you cool, like you was fun, and you know everything is more fun when you drunk too. So I'm like, oh yeah, you was a good time, like we could do that. So you know, we end up exchanging numbers, right? Okay, cool. So that was that night. You know, so time went on, and mind you, we exchanged numbers and we exchanged social medias, right? So time is going on, and we seeing each other on social media, we liking pictures, we commenting, like we doing little stuff like that. Like, and when she'll see me doing stuff, she'd be like, oh my God, you so lit. Like I remember you was lit like this when we was at the other party. You got to start inviting me out, did it all of this, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. You know, we started communicating on social media. Mind you, we got each other number, but you know, sometimes social media just be a little bit easier when you trying to like start a new relationship. And I'm not talking about like boyfriend, girlfriend, but even a friendship, whatever kind of relationship, like it's sometimes a little bit easier because you might not know how to start. You might not be a good like conversation starter or know how to start something. So sometimes when you just click on, like you on somebody's page and you see them doing something, you or see them posting something, you might comment like, oh, you cute, like the outfit, you look good, happy birthday, whatever, instead of just going through your text message saying like, hey, what are you doing? Like it just seemed easier to do on social media. So even though we had each other's number, social media is just where we was doing our most communicating at. So we writing each other on social media, whatever. Like not like daily, but you know, every blue moon. So eventually I had posted, so my friend was hosting this party, so he had a flyer or whatever, so everybody, he was sending it to everybody because he wanted us to like post it for him, whatever. So I posted his flyer, and Wanda comment like, oh, you know, you going to there? And I was like, yeah, it's my friend, he hosting it, so like I'm gonna go so support or whatever. And she like, okay, I want to come. And I'm like, yeah, like you could come, like let's link there, like we can meet up there. So she was like, okay, cool, like you know, we're pregame at my house if you want to come over. So I was like, okay, yeah. So she was like, I got your number, I'm gonna text you the address. So I'm like, bet. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I grabbed my homegirl or whatever. Really was like, I grabbed about three or four homegirls or something like that, because mind you, we all know each other from high school, so like we all was like supporting our one friend that was hosting or whatever. So it was like three or four of us or whatever. I grabbed them and I texted her like, hey, you know, I was going with a group of people, like is it cool for all of us to come over? And she was like, yeah, like come over, like y'all bring a bottle, like we're gonna have a good time. And I'm like, bet, like you know, we was gonna do that anyways, because it's like four or five of us, or three, four or five, whatever it is in the car, like we're gonna get a bottle. So I grabbed my homegirls, we grab a bottle, and we go to Wanda's house. Wanda had two friends there already. So one of them was one of the girls that we met at the party. And then another one was, you know, nobody. Well, not nobody, but like one of her other friends, right? So we all go to Wanda's house. So we all in there kicking it. We cheersing, we toasting, we taking shots. Everybody cool. The whole vibe is cool. Everybody friends is mixing and mingling, and we having a good time. So we like, okay, you know, now we about to head to the party. So all my people, of course, get in my car. They drive their car. So we go to the party. So I see my homeboy who hosting. So, you know, we go, we support him. So we all just turning up. We all having a good time. Like it was so lit that night. We had a great time. And we ended up going to IHOP after it too, and we all went to I would say dinner, but breakfast, I guess. Well, they sell dinner food. Well, anyway, we went to IHOP and we ate there. And we all had a good time, right? Cool. That was good. Her friends was cool. Wanda was cool. So I'm like, okay, this could be another like little new friend. Like she come out, her vibes is good. She cool. It's cool, right? So, okay, cool. So fast forward time later, okay, me and Shauna go to a party. Nothing really happened at the party. I'm just gonna tell you, like, we went to a party that the crowd was older than, you know, us or whatever. So I met this guy there, right? Like he definitely was not way older, but he had a good little 4 or 5 years on me, okay? I'm not gonna say how young or how old I was. I could have been 21. You know, mind your business. Y'all know I don't put no ages out there. I don't like to put no timeline. But yeah, so I met this older guy and he was so fucking fine. Y'all know the type of fine that is just like you ain't even got no business being that fine, like me. You know what I'm saying? So, well, not saying no, because you know, but like it was given that. Like you see a guy that's just like, why is your hairline so perfect? Why the fuck is your skin so flawless? Why is your teeth so white? Why do every muscle look so... Oh, okay. I'm reminiscing. But you ever meet somebody like that that's just like, ooh, like a Chris Brown? And I know how y'all be feeling about Chris Brown. I'm not here... I don't care. But I can't deny the fact that the man is fine. So whatever you got feelings about Chris, that's kind of how it was given. Like Chris Brown, like you just cannot lie. Whatever you might feel about him or think of him, he's a fine man. Okay, like it was given that, like the body, it wasn't too muscular, but it wasn't too like soft. This man was just so fine. But his name got to be Timmy Turner. Timmy Turner. So he got to be Timmy. I meet the guy. His name is Timmy or whatever, and he wanted to buy me a drink, and I was just looking at him. I'm already buzzed. I'm looking at him like, you are fine. He like, no, you are fine. I'm like, man, no, baby, listen, let me tell you, I gotta have you, because somebody this fine need to have somebody that's that fine, right? So I'm talking to him, like I make him laugh, because y'all know I'm silly at heart. So I make him laugh, he making me laugh, and I'm just like, boy, like I would instantly sit. Okay, let me stop. But this man was so fine, right? So we talking. Mind you, this how you know you kind of really click with somebody. Well, whatever. Because we had a party and we're literally having a whole conversation. Like my friend trying to dance, his friends is trying to like move around and stuff, and me and him is like locked in. Like we right here, we both buzzing, so we just sitting there in conversation, just talking about God knows what, y'all. I can't even remember what the hell we was talking about. I just remember being so in tune, and we this close, y'all. Like I don't even be that close to people, but it's crazy because I'm this close to him in the club, breath smelling good, he smelling good. You know how you meet people at the club and they got just straight liquor on their breath or smoke, or they just smell hot and sweaty and just all of that. He just smelled so fresh and so clean. He in my face, we right here with it just talking, and we just talk. I'm like, man, you is my husband, okay? You're my husband.
He my husband.
So nah, but we talking to the point that his friend and my friend really ain't had no choice but to talk, because I hear them behind us like, well, listen, he like, you want to get you a drink, because clearly we ain't going nowhere. And I hear them like talking, having conversation, and I ain't even mean to be like that, because normally when we out and we get numbers and stuff, I like to like talk for a little bit, get the number, and move around, because you know you don't ever want to be inconsiderate and sit there and just be talking to a guy the whole time, and then your friend ain't got nobody to talk to, and we here to turn up and have a good time, but you over here trying to be booed up. Like I normally don't give that, but for whatever reason, this man, I had no choice. And my friend understood. Okay, she definitely understood. She like, girl, do what you got to do, like secure that bag, because she knew this man was fine, right? So okay, cool, we over there talking and stuff like for a good 20 minutes. And that don't sound long, but it's long when you in the club. Like it's a long time to just be sitting in the club with this loud ass music talking, right? So we talking or whatever. So yeah, like I said, we exchanged numbers and we end up leaving. Like nothing really happened that night, right? But that's Timmy. So as me and Timmy is talking and stuff, getting to know each other, he just seemed like he got a really good head on his shoulder. Mind you, I'm young. I'm not too young to the point like I'm naive or vulnerable, but I'm just younger. And I've always, like I told y'all, I've always liked older men. I just always like, I can't even say older man. I just like men. I do know that, or that they say that women mature faster than men. So I feel like a lot of times when you go older, you at the same level of maturity with a man. That's just how I kind of thought. So that's really why I like them older, because I feel like they was more mature. But really, if you, even if you my age, if you're mature, I'm good. And I feel like that's where I was at. A lot of people like to say I got an old soul, and I've been told that, even y'all are comment that on the videos, because it's just like I just have zero tolerance for bullshit. I'm not really in the business of drama and stuff, despite my story times and stuff. But a lot of times stuff just happen around me. Like sometimes you are a product of your environment, so I cannot help the things that I be around. I mean, of course I can help it. I could choose not to be with people, but I just ain't have time for the drama. Like if I supposed to date you, we supposed to be having fun together. You supposed to be my piece, and I got to be worried about all these other girls and all this other stuff. It just be too much. It be too much, right? A lot of the older guys, you know, I just felt like they had shit going on. They was working. The guys my age at that time, they ain't care about no job. They want to be in the streets. They want to sip lean, do shootouts and stuff. I'm like, I ain't here for all of that, right? Anyways. So I like that he was talking about work. He was going to work and stuff. You know, he had no kids. He just was talking about traveling and doing this and that and all this other stuff. And I was just like, oh my God. You did your big one. Did you literally send this man to me? Do you want me to get married at such a young age? Because I am about to cuff this man, okay? That's what I'm thinking. So, you know, we talking and stuff, and I really liked him. Like, y'all, we was having good conversations, and I just really enjoyed talking to him, and I really liked him, right? So when it came to us, like, hanging out, mind you, even though we met at the club, we all fans.
But in the club, we all fam. What?
Even though we met at the club, it's like, you know, I always say this, like for the first meetup for real, I still like to come with somebody. Even if we in the, oh, this was back then. Like, of course, at my big age now, I can meet you at dinner by myself. But back then, like, I always want to come with somebody. Even if we go to dinner, the movies, I just want to come with people, right? Or at least one other person. So he really wants to link this weekend. And I'm like, oh my God, like, I can't bring my ride or die because Shauna was out of town. So I'm like, oh, I can't bring Shauna. And then I wasn't talking to Kendra at this time. And then, like, I don't know, I just really ain't had nobody to go with me. Like, people was busy, people was doing other stuff. And I'm just like, oh my God, I need somebody to go on this double date with me, because he was with his homeboy. And I'm like, oh my God, like, I really like him and I really want to go. So I'm just like, oh, I need somebody to go with. And I see Wanda name. And I'm like, maybe I should text Wanda. So I'm just thinking like, oh my God, I don't know. But then I'm thinking like, you know what? I only hung out with Wanda a couple times, but she been so cool. I love the way she dressed, love the way she look. You know, she keep up with herself. She funny, she goofy, she a ball, she a good time. So, why not? I'm like, okay, I'm going to just ask. I'm like, what's the worst that can happen? Like, the worst you could say is like, no, and then I'm just have to postpone with him or whatever. So I'm like, let me just ask Wanda. So I text Wanda, like, hey, Wanda, it's Kay. Like, what you doing? And she's like, girl, I know it's you. Like, what's up? Like, I'm not doing nothing. Like, what's up with you? So I'm like, oh, nothing. Like, just bored. Like, just trying to take her temperature. Like, nothing. You got any plans? She's like, no, girl. Literally, same. Like, bored up in the house. Like, I want to do something. I want to get lit. And I'm like, oh, well, I did meet this boy. Like, I was wondering if you want to go like on a two woman with me. Of course I didn't say exactly that, but just briefly how our conversation went. She's like, oh yeah, I'm definitely down. Like, is it somebody we know? Because the party that we got invited to, the one that we met at, we had knew a lot of people at that party or whatever. So she was like, is it somebody that I know, like from the party? And I was like, oh no, no, no. When I went out, I ended up meeting this guy, and he wanted me to come out to dinner or whatever, and he got a friend. Like, so I was just trying to see if you want to come with me. And she like, oh yeah, yeah, like I'm definitely down. So I'm like, yeah, they look older too, and I really like them. Well, not them, but I really like him. Like, they older, so we got to be on our grown woman shit, even though we was of age, but well, So she like, oh, bet, like, yeah, like, definitely. I'm just kind of telling her, I'm like, yeah, they not no little ass boys. Like, they not like our age. They grown. They on their shit. So like, we got to come correct. Like, just kind of giving her a little, just trying to prepare her a little bit. So she like, oh yeah, I'm down. So I was telling her like, yeah, he said we could start with dinner and then we can go wherever the wind blows. After that, like, we could come up with some plans after that. Maybe go to the movies or hang out or go back to his house or whatever. Like, but we wasn't gonna be on that type of time. Like, if we go to his house, it wasn't gonna be on no like, because I really did like him, but not enough that it was like, like, I was just telling her that because I want her to. Since this was like our first time really hanging out and then with some boys, I want to let her know that I wasn't the type of girl that was gonna make you like link with his homeboy and lay up with his homeboy and we gonna go to the house and get freaky and all that. I want to let her know that. So I was like, if we might go back to his house, but we're not gonna be on no type of time like that. Like, we just chilling. And she like, oh no, yeah, like, I'm down. Like, girl, we good. So I'm like, okay, bet. So y'all know I always gotta drive. So I told her, since this is like my little play, I'll come get you. So she like, cool. So he was like, all right, bet, we're gonna go to dinner, like, whatever. So we like, all right, cool. So I'm excited because, like I said, this boy was just like too fine. Like, this boy was too fine. Like, so I'm packing up my purse, putting an extra pair of panties in there because the way my basement be flooding, when I see that man, I might have to change them out. So no, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. But anyways, I'm packing up my little stuff or whatever. So I leave and I go get Wanda. So Wanda come out cute. Wanda looking cute. She looking good. I'm like, yes, girl, this is what I need. Like, okay, hair look good. She got light little makeup on or whatever. Outfit looking good. Like, we looking good. Because listen, no Erica Banks, okay? Like, I'm not giving, oh, you got to have a BBL or you got to have this. But like I've always stated, I do like my friends to look a certain way. As far as put together. You don't gotta be the finest girl in the world or have a Coke bottle shape or whatever. No, I just do like the people that I hang around to be, put together. Like, I don't care about a lot, but it's like, of course, I don't want no girls with bad hygiene and stuff, and like, and we all going around people and you stink or you musty and stuff. Like, that's what I mean by like, put together. I don't care how you look as far as in your face, but I just want you to look like you put some effort. Don't come out just ashy, lips crusty, just smelling any type of way. You know what I'm saying? That's it, But because last time I kind of said that, y'all should act like I'm shallow. Like, oh, I need everybody to be coming out looking like fucking Beyonce and Lauren London. Baby, I'm just saying, don't stink, But anyways, so she come out, she looking good. So I'm like, yes, girl. So she get in the car. So I did have liquor because, we got to take a little shot just to take the edge off. We wasn't really nervous, or I wasn't nervous, but, little shot get you you loosen up a little bit, just a tad bit. So I told her like, yeah, we about to go to this restaurant and stuff. So she excited. I'm like, yes, girl. So anyway, we pull up, y'all, and I'm not gonna lie, we running a little late, just a tad bit late. We running a little late. I didn't expect as much traffic. So I told them to go ahead because we was gonna meet them at the restaurant. So I told them like, go ahead and go in, and we'll see y'all at the table. So we get there. So we come in. I see, man, I can see that smile from a mile away. Okay, I already see my little Timmy, okay? So, we walk over, so they smiling, like, you already tell they like what they see, so they smiling, so they stand up. So, I hug Timmy, and I'm like, oh, yeah, this is my homegirl, Wanda. So, Wanda, and Timmy say hi, and then Cosmo, we gotta call him Cosmo, huh? So Cosmo introduced himself to Wanda and stuff like that. And we just here on our little double date. So we sit down, like we just have a conversation. Everything is cool. Like we order our little drinks and stuff that come to the table. So we are just talking. To Cosmo and Wanda, they kind of get to know each other, but we all engage in the conversation because, like I said, I feel like Timmy felt the same way. We was with our friends, but we didn't want to make them feel like they had to talk. Like we all are gonna talk amongst each other, so we are just talking and laughing and talking about whatever. And next thing you know, Wanda's like, "Hey, come to the bathroom with me real quick." So we like, oh, I'm like, okay, cool. Like we excuse ourselves, we go to the bathroom. So she like, oh, Cosmo's cute. I'm like, I know. Like you see Timmy, like we just in there having a girl talk, and she like, they look like they on they shit. Like they look like they got money for real. And I'm like, yeah, they do. Like they some working man. Like and mind you, I'm just talking, not even realizing where she get next. I'm like, yeah, they do got a little money, whatever. Like they look good. Y'all know I'm from Detroit, so y'all know they got the buff songs, nice little haircuts, outfits looking good. So I was like, yeah, like I told you, they on their grown man shit. Like, I really like him. So they work for real. So they do got a couple dollars on them, but I'm not, we both talking about two different things a little bit. Like I'm talking about like they on their grown man shit, and she just thinking like, yeah, they look like they got some money. So I'm like, yeah, like basically I'm not picking up what she's putting down, but like we both talk, so we are just smiling. She like, oh yeah, like girl, thank you so much for inviting me out, cause like yeah, he looks like a keeper. So I'm thinking like, oh, like she must really like Cosmo. Like okay, bet. So we fixed ourselves up a little bit, go back out there. So by the time we go back out, the waitress is coming over, and it's time for us to order our food. My job, okay, if you want to get an appetizer and stuff, that's fine. Back when I was younger, I did used to skip appetizers. I didn't care for no Caesar salad, y'all. Now I look like you couldn't. Oh, I love a good Caesar salad. But back then, when I was younger, I didn't care to get no like, oh, appetizer, salad first, then my entree. Like I wasn't doing all that. If we being honest, like I'm young, I'm going straight for my entree. And the guys was kind of like that too. So, we kind of like ordering our food. So I was like, yeah, give me a steak, loaded mash, whatever. My homegirl, and listen, in the beginning, I wasn't saying she was wrong or right, but we ordered our entrees. That's just what we wanted to do. She's like, oh, yeah, like, I want to have, like, I forgot, of course, exactly what she ordered, but let's just say she's like, oh, give me a Caesar salad, and then I want to try the crab cakes, and then calamari. So I'm like, okay, well, you know what? At first, I'm thinking like, you're doing a little too much, because it's, even though I didn't order an appetizer, I can't say just because I didn't order one that you can't get one. But my thing is, you get one. Like even if somebody paying for you, I just feel like it's like common courtesy to like just get one. Or like you don't get three things. Like that's what I'm thinking at the time, right? And by the way, I don't care. Okay. I'm gonna say this in the beginning. If you that person, you go out and you feel like when you dating, you can order everything on the menu, great. You ain't gotta put it in my comments. You ain't gotta let me know that you that type of girl. I'm only telling the story for how it happened, because I'm just not that girl. Like if you are, that's fine. But y'all, it's people that of course feel like when they go out to eat, they should be able to order whatever, and it don't matter how much. Great. Kudos to you. If you go out with somebody and they allow you to order the whole menu, that's great. But I feel like you, no matter if you paying or if somebody else paying, like don't order more than what you'll normally order. Meaning like if my normal order when I go out is like let's say, oh, I'll get a Caesar salad, then I'll get a steak and mashed potatoes with a little cocktail. I'm not gonna go on a date. Me personally, not y'all. I'm not gonna go on a date and say, oh, I want a salad, calamari, crab cakes, let me get some shrimp, and then for my entree, I want the biggest steak that you got, load of mashed potatoes, asparagus, corn on the side. I want a drink, and then let me upcharge it to the top shelf liquor, and then I want a dessert. Like if I don't do that normally, I'm not gonna do that when I'm on a date. But again, y'all, that's just me. If you wanna go and make his pockets hurt,
if the nigga wanna hit it, make that nigga spend it, make his pockets hurt.
Baby, do whatever, right? So when she ordered three things, I'm looking like, okay, now you must not, like I made a joke. I said, well, girl, you must not be getting no entree because that's gonna fill you up. So, Cosmo, he kind of intervened a little bit. He's like, well, I like calamari too. Like, you mind sharing some with me? and she made it like joke. She was serious, but she laughed it off. She was like, I really love calamari. Like, I'm gonna eat all of that up. You gotta get your own. So you could tell he tried to chuckle, but like he realized like she was serious. Like, if you want some calamari, you gotta get your own. I'm thinking like normally the appetizers, especially stuff like calamari, it's a shareable type thing, but like she was serious. So I'm like, okay, like I try to laugh it off because I seen them kind of look, but I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, girl, I can't tell you what you can and cannot order. Like, and mind you, like you just are assuming at the end of the day that he's paying, because mind you, I just asked you to come with me. I didn't say like, can you go on like this date with me and date this boy, or this boy like you. Like, I kind of just asked you to come with me. We are assuming that the guys are gonna pay, but you don't know. That's why you should only order what you are able to pay for, because you didn't even talk to this boy to make sure he was gonna pay for you. Even though I said, come on, it's 2 men with me. Even when I go on 2 men with people, I always bring my money, because just because I'm going as like the wing woman, that don't mean whatever guy is there is going to pay for me, or they have to pay for me. That's just how I see it, right? I'm just looking like, okay, so she ordered that. So I'm like, that come out first, of course. And then she ended up ordering the steak too. Like, she wanted the steak and like loaded mash or something like that too. So we all order our food. Like I said, they didn't really get no appetizers. I didn't get one either. So when it came, like, she the only one that's like eating the appetizers. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I did taste the calamari. The calamari was good. Like, she did let me have one or whatever. And she did end up letting them get like a few or whatever. So we still talking. We all just still having a good time or whatever. So we had our little drinks. So she kept the menu because she was looking at something. And of course, again, I forgot what it was, but let's just say they had like on a special side or whatever, they had like deviled eggs or something. So she was asking the lady like, do the deviled eggs have bacon on it or something like that? And she was like, yeah, but it's this and that. Like, they're talking about some special they got. And she's like, well, let me try that. Like, I think I want to try. Let me go ahead and try that out. And I'm thinking like, how the fuck is you trying out a special? And you order all this other food, but you talking about you want to try something out. Like, girl, you is on a 2 man. You is a wing woman. This is not the time for you to just be trying out everything on the menu. What's wrong with you? So whatever, she tried that out. So all our entrees end up coming out. Let's just fast forward. We are eating our food. The conversation is still going good. Like, it's still cool. But I did feel like a little bit of a difference in Cosmo. Just a little bit. Like, he still was engaged in the conversation. But I feel like the stuff they was talking about, it started switching to like, oh, these are some good women. Like, they got good conversation. Like, we feeling them. Into like something more like, okay, she giving gold digger. I just feel like the things she was talking about, it started giving less of, oh, this girl is cool, and more of like gold digger a little bit. Like, she was skating a real thin line. She wasn't fully on just asking or talking about money, but she would like say little things that like hint at money, or like her wanting to talk to a guy with money and stuff like that. And it just was like too much too soon, right? Whatever. We eat our food. Dinner was cool. The bill come. And of course, they do pay for us. But I just know Cosmo was looking at that bill, because it was separate bills. Like, Timmy only paid for me and Cosmo paid for her. So I know he was looking at that bill like, because they paid in cash. So like, they getting hundreds out. And I'm looking over here, and on the top of our little receipt, it's only about like, $200 bills and maybe like $250 or something over here. I'm looking over here and I'm looking like, damn, you got about 400s. Oh, like, what the fuck going on over there? So I'm just looking. So I'm like, excuse us, like, we're gonna go to the bathroom, while they pay. So I go to the bathroom and I'm like, Wanda. And she in there happy go lucky, like, oh, he cool as fuck. Like, I like him. And I'm like, Wanda, but I really like Timmy. So like, ease up. Like, you gotta ease up. Like, they see us as like women, and you kind of giving gold digger. Like, you gotta chill out. She like, no, like, I'm just letting him know what I expect. Like, I need a nigga that's gonna take care of me. Like, I'm not with all of that. I'm not into wasting people's time. I'm like, well, I understand that, but you just here for a 2 man. I ain't tell you to come out here and find your husband. Like, you gotta relax. And even if you want him for money, I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but I'm just saying, like, on the first date, you ain't gotta just be like pounce on him with it. Like, relax. Because I was feeling like I really liked Timmy. And even though, regardless of how my homegirl act, like, Timmy should still, like me for me. Sometimes people do judge you on the company that you keep. You get what I'm saying? So even though he see me and he might like me, he might still be judging a little bit because of the friends or the people that he think I hang around. So sometimes, I do be understanding that, because I be meeting these guys and one guy could be good, but if I see you all these friends that's bums or lames that do women wrong or whatever, I might be side-eyeing you too. So I do understand that. So I just want to have a good, overall impression. Like, I don't want you to think I'm with friends that are gold diggers or whatever, because it's like I really like him and you trying to treat them like tricks. We ain't on that type of time right now. It's like, it's some guys that you could treat them like tricks. I ain't even gonna lie. And you could trick off them, and you could, get a, and I don't mean like literally you know what I'm saying, but like you get your funds from them. But some guys is like, oh, these the ones you could take home to mama. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's a difference. So I was just telling her, like, listen, this ain't one of the dudes that I, like, just get money from. Like, I really like him. So dial back a little bit, like, calm down. So she like, oh, okay, like, yeah, like, like, this is how I eat. So, like, I don't want you to think I was just trying to do too much on purpose. Like, I eat like this and stuff, like, and I'm like, do you though? Because a lot of your appetizers you didn't even finish. It was just like a lot of food that you packed up to go. And it's just like, calm down. Like, I'm not telling you wrong, but just like relax. So we had that talk like we was good or whatever. So we come out the bathroom and they waiting for us, like, by the table, by the reception, by the front. I can't even think of the, when you first walk in to make the reservations, by that desk, whatever. Can't even think of it. What the hell? But they waiting right there for us. And Cosmo had Wanda like to go bag, because of course she the only one that got something to go, because the rest of us ate our little steaks and mashed potatoes or whatever. So we leave. So they walk us to my car or whatever. So they just talking like we was trying to figure out something else to do. We like, should we go to the movies, or like y'all want to grab something to drink, because we didn't want nobody was really ready to go home. So we all kind of just like in the parking lot of the restaurant, like talking like, where should we go? Like, I don't know, y'all want to go bowling? And one is like, well, it's still kind of early. Like, I don't know, I think we should go to the mall. So I'm sitting there like, no, not really, because like, listen, okay. I understand it for you people out there. Like, y'all want to go to the mall. When you first meet people, unless they one of your tricks, like going to the mall to do what? To walk around in stores. Like, they not about to spend a lot of money on this, because they not no trick. They not giving that. So I'm like, no, the mall is boring, because the guys was already looking like, the mall? Like, what we really gonna do there besides, spend their money? And like I said, I really liked him, so I wasn't trying to give, oh, take me to the mall and buy me stuff. So I seen how they was looking, so I just, no, like, let's not go to the mall. I don't want to go to no mall. And Wanda looking at me like, girl, you don't want to go to the mall? Like, the mall would be fun. Y'all telling me y'all don't want to go to the mall? Like, looking at the guys like, come on, Kay, like, they want to go to the mall, don't y'all? And they like, I mean, I really like, the mall don't really give fun. Like, what we gonna do, just walk around or something? She like, yeah, we could walk around, like, walk in and out of stores, shop a little bit, just see what they got. Like, it's just something to do. So I'm like, no, I don't want to go to the mall, Wanda. Okay? So I'm like, no, I'm okay. Like, we ain't got to do no mall. So she like, well, what else is we gonna do there if not the mall? Like, the movies is getting a little boring. And I'm just like, I'm starting to think like, oh, I'm starting to regret bringing you, Wanda. Like, I know we only hung out a couple times, but I thought she was cool. You giving a little too much right now. So I'm just like, yeah, like, I don't know, like, y'all want to go bowling or something? And she just like, I don't know, like, the mall just really seemed fun. And it's only like, it's one like right around the corner from here, so we don't even really got to go far. So Timmy was like, well, how about, if it's cool with y'all, how about we just go grab something to sip on and head to my house? And then that way, whatever we end up doing, y'all can leave y'all car there and y'all can just ride with us. So I'm like, okay, cool. Because I'm like, I don't want to be driving around, just following them everywhere. Like, I'd rather them drive and I get in the car with them. So, we follow them to the liquor store before we go to Timmy's house. So we pull up to the liquor store. So, they asking us like what we want. So we like, yeah, we tequila drinkers, and get us a Red Bull or Everfresh or whatever, a Coke, whatever we want as a chase. It's like, oh, okay, anything else y'all want? Y'all want any chips, any snacks and stuff? Wanda was like, oh, can you give me some gum too? So they're like, yeah, I got y'all. And she was like, yeah, and I need my own bottle. Like, can I get my own liquor bottle?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
So they like, what you mean? Like, we just gonna get one big bottle for all of us? And she like, nah, see, like, I drink. I'm a drinker. Like, I want my own bottle. So I'm like, no, like, yeah, I'm sorry, I did. I just cut it. I said, no, you can get one bottle. We all will be fine with that big bottle. If they get a big bottle for the four of us, girl, you just trying to get a whole liquor bottle off them. Like, you do not need no one big bottle to yourself. Since when did you do that? Like, what are you talking about? You just want your own liquor bottle. And she wasn't talking about like no little personal. She wanted them to get the same size they was gonna get for all of us for her. She just wanted her own. So I'm sitting here trying to think like, are you just trying to get off of getting some liquor? Like, you want them to get a bottle for you that way you could probably take home or have at your next like whenever you party again, you could already have a bottle from like another nigga. Listen, trick on niggas on your own time with your own people, not my people. So I ain't gonna lie, I'm looking at her, I'm getting irritated, like, girl. So I told them, don't get that, like, get one bottle and keep it going. I know y'all probably think, like, nah, why you cock blocking? Like, why you know these are my people? Like, you know, I don't care. Like, do that with your own friends and your other niggas. Don't do that with mine. It's like, no. So they went in there and they went to go get the stuff. And I'm like, Wanda, why you act like you need your own bottle? You do not need your own bottle. We all can share. It's fine. It's a big bottle and it's 4 of us. And I wasn't planning on getting, like, you know, too drunk with them anyways. Because, like I said, this is my first time really hanging out with them. So we don't need to do all that. And she like, girl, no. Like, I'm just trying to look out for us. Like, we could have had our own bottle and then they can have theirs. Like, you know, we don't, you know, you're not supposed to be sharing bottles with niggas because you don't know they could put something in it. And I'm like, girl, they're literally getting it from the store and they're not gonna open it until we get to the house. Like, don't try to act like you trying to look out and, oh, we should have our own bottle. No, because at the end of the day, even if they did get you a bottle, they're getting it from the same store and they about to take it to the house and it's just all the same. So I'm looking at her like, no, don't try to act like you looking out because you don't want to share a bottle with them. Like, no, we're gonna watch them open it. So don't say, oh, they could put something in there, they could do this. They're not breaking the seal until we get to the house and we watch them break a seal. And then once they do that, the bottle's gonna be sitting in front of us while we're drinking it. So it's like, it's never gonna go out of our sight. So don't act like, oh, they could do something to it, so I wanted my own. No, girl, you just want your own because you just want them to buy you a whole bottle because you just want to mooch off them. Like, let's just keep it a buck. So I'm like, Wanda, just chill. Like, we not doing all of this. I'm like, you with the mall and wanting your own bottle, the way you was at dinner, like, you had to calm down. Like, I keep trying to tell you, like, I like him, and you just giving a bad impression. So she like, girl, no, I just was looking out. Like, you know, when me and my girls go with guys, like, we always get our own stuff. And I said, yeah, but like, it's not a bunch of us hanging out. It's literally 2 of us and 2 of them. And we're going to share a big bottle. Like, it's not that serious to have our own. Like, if you want your own, go buy your own. Like, you don't even, you know, like, this not even your setup. Like, it ain't like how it's me and Timmy and we've been talking. So we built a rapport. You barely know Cosmo and he already don't even mind spending hundreds of dollars on you and he just met you. Because he could be like some other guys and be like, I don't know her, I'm not paying for her dinner, I'm not spending no money on her, but he already don't mind. So like, be easy. Don't try to like hit his pockets like that because you feel like, why not? And they look like they got money so they could pay for 2 bottles. No, because I said no. Do that with somebody else. So she like, oh, okay, girl, like, I was just saying, like, you know, I was just trying to make sure we good. I'm like, girl, we good. Like, I know if we not good. Like, these my people. So if we ever not good, I would gladly leave and we'll be all right. Like, you're just doing a lot. Anyways, they come back out with the drinks and the chase or whatever, and we go to Timmy's house. So we in his living room, we just talking, and we kind of like, we went there and we was going to try to figure out something else to do, but when we came to the house, we really was just vibing. So we was just like, whatever, we don't have to leave. Like, if we come up with a plan, fine, but we also don't have to, because we don't know no movie we want to see. We didn't care to go bowling. So we was at his house, he put on music, so we all just talking, we just vibing and stuff. It's a good time. So mind y'all, one of my homegirls like that I knew since like middle school ended up texting me back, because remember I told y'all I was texting, I was calling everybody before to see if they could come out with me. My homegirl ended up texting me back, like, because the text that I sent at first was asking everybody what they was doing to see if they want to come on this 2-man with me. So my homegirl finally texted me back and she's like, oh girl, I ain't doing nothing, like I just got back to my car, I'm about to pop outside and, you know, see what's going on. So I'm just looking like, oh, at first I won't go text her back because I'm like, oh, I only really text you to see if you want to come out, but you know, you about to do something, then cool. So I told her like, oh no, I was just trying to see if you want to come on this 2-man with me, but you already doing something. So, and she like, no, I still come, like, where you at? And I'm like, oh yeah, but I brought my homegirl Wanda, like, you know, so it's cool. And she's like, well, what y'all doing? I just pull up, because like I was like, we just drinking. So she thought we was like somewhere out, and she was like, I just pull up, because she one of them homegirls that's like, she ain't here for a nigga. She ain't here. Like, she just, if you doing something, she'll pull up on you and turn up. Like, it don't got to be like no big thing and stuff. So she like, oh, okay, if y'all just kicking and drinking, like, can I pull up? So I was just like, oh, well, we really is just chilling and ain't no big thing. So I asked Timmy and I'm like, oh, my friend, like, she was trying to see, like, if we ain't gonna do nothing, if we just turning up, like, can she pull up? So he was like, oh yeah, like, cause it don't look like we really gonna do nothing today. So we could put on a movie. Like, we could just put some on TV, not like a little movie date, but you know how you just put like Friday or something on the TV so it could play. And then you got music playing too. So he like, yeah, we could just vibe out here, like if y'all want to. So I was like, okay, cool. So I was just like, I text my friend back and I was just like, yeah, homegirl, he said you could come here, go to address. So she like, all right, should I bring anything? And I was like, she said, should she bring anything? And he was like, no, we got more than enough liquor, because he had a little liquor bar at his house and stuff too. So it was still extra liquor if it needed to be, right? So he like, no, we got liquor, we got chasers, like we good. So I was like, okay. I was like, yeah. He said you don't gotta bring nothing, everything cool. So see when you get here. We sipping, like we drinking, but we ain't taking like no shots. We sipping, we just like all talking and stuff, the music going, we just vibing, right? So next thing you know, then my homegirl pulled up. So my homegirl come in, she just gonna be homegirl, right? Andrew, this not the same homegirl from the first night that I met Wanda, so she never met Wanda. So when my homegirl come, I'm like, hey, homegirl, I'm like, yeah, y'all, so this is my homegirl, this is Wanda, Cosmo, and Timmy and stuff. So she all come in, I love my homegirl, like she come in with such good energy, so positive. So she like, hey y'all, she hugging everybody. She like, oh, okay, like y'all lit in here, okay, cool. Like, so like, yeah, girl, let me pour you something to drink. We just drinking on tequila. So we all sitting down and we just talking, laughing, having casual conversation, right? Like we all just kicking it. We stay so long that we end up getting hungry again. So you already know it's time to order a little pizza or something. They order food. So mind you, here we go again. Mind you. Wanda still has leftovers. Now, granted, she ain't got to eat the leftovers now, but when it's time to order pizza, it's only 5 of us now, right? So we order pizza. So they like, what y'all want? So, I'm like standard, just a little pepperoni, maybe even a little bacon. Like, I'm not picky. I'm like, we eat like, we ain't picky. So I'm like, we'll do a meat lovers or just a pepperoni. Like, it don't matter. So they're like, oh, okay. Like, we do meat lovers. So I'm like, yeah. So they're like, we're going to do like 2 meat lovers. And here come Wanda. She like, oh, yeah. And like, can you get like some breadsticks and see if they got buffalo wings or hot wings? And I'm like, we just went to dinner. We getting pizza, meat lovers. Okay, breadsticks maybe, but hot wings, you asking if they got calzones. You don't need all this food and you literally still have leftovers. So I'm looking at her like, girl. So I'm like, we do not need all that food. I'm like, do 2 boxes of pizza and some breadsticks. Like, girl, you doing too much. And she started laughing. She like, no, when I be drinking, I get hungry. Like, trying to laugh it off. And I'm like, laughing it off with her. Because I'm like, not trying to make it awkward, but I'm like, you're doing too much, girl. So I'm like, yeah, girl. So the food ended up coming. So we drinking, we eating our food. Like, everything is cool. The conversation is good. My homegirl is making everybody laugh because she's silly just like me. I'm making people laugh. Like, everything is still, like, going good. You can tell Cosmo's like over here and Wanda is over here. Like, he ain't really trying to kick it with her. He kind of looking at my homegirl a little bit. So I'm like, okay, wait, hold up now. Like, just hold up a little bit. But regardless, that night is still going good. We had a good time that night. We ended up staying for a couple hours. We played a few games and stuff. We ate pizza and stuff. So now it's time to go. So it's time to go. So they saying like, oh, we got to do this again. Timmy looking at me like, I had a great time with you for real. Like, we got to come back. Like, and he like, I want you to come back. Like come back tomorrow type comeback. Like, we need to run this back. So I'm like, okay, yeah, like I come back. Like, yeah, I did have a good time with you. So, mind you, my homegirl went to the bathroom. She like, I gotta use the bathroom before I leave, because she kind of live far out. So she be having to drive, okay? So she like, let me use the bathroom before I make this drive home, okay? So she go in the bathroom. So I was telling Timmy, like, yeah, I'll come back. Like, like, we could do something tomorrow. So Wanda is telling Cosmo, she like, yeah, I had a good time. Like, you was cool as fuck. Like, you want me to come back tomorrow too? And Cosmo was like, yeah, you gonna have to tune in next week for part 2 to find out, okay? Because y'all already know. I got to leave it off with a cliffhanger. That's just what I have to do. That's what I got to do, guys. This is not by choice. Well, yes, it is, okay? But so what? Y'all got to tune in next week for part 2 to get the rest of the tea. I'm sorry, not sorry. Okay? But yes, y'all, that is the end of my story time. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Make sure you thumbs up this video, comment down below, and make sure you are subscribed. But y'all already know. Until next time, I'll see you in my next video. Peace.